How many of you love the possibility of being able to serve one of your fellow mankind? How many of you would love in your heart the fulfillment of being able to give something of greatness to them? Immediately make the decision. It is no longer about getting, it is about giving. Instead, in your mind, say, if you believe in your product or service and you believe in this profession, I wish to give you an opportunity to evaluate information so that you may make a choice based on good information that is best for you. I wish only to give you an opportunity to evaluate information to make a choice that you believe is right for you. I care not if you say yes or no to my product as a customer. I care not if you say yes or no to my opportunity as a team member. I only care that your choice is you, the one you know is right in your heart. Go out to serve with a servant heart. Go out to give and let them choose what is right for them. They're responsible for their choices. They're responsible for the result of your choices. Your obligation as a member of the profession is to give as many people in this world as possible the opportunity to choose.
Of course, I'd love to tell you more about Ambit as a company. I'm glad you asked. But it would be a lot better if you heard it from the co-founders themselves.
We formed Ambit Cares to help the communities where we live and work.
Imagine the impact we can have on our nation and our individual communities if we all come together for a common cause.
Even in the land of plenty, 1 in 6 Americans go hungry. They include families, the young, senior citizens, and people who have lost jobs, suffered illnesses, or faced other challenges. But we have the power to change that. We're getting our team involved and taking on the challenge of hunger in America with Ambit Cares. This year, Ambit Cares will be teaming up with food banks and organizations throughout the country to bring food to people who need it. We'll be joining together to volunteer and to donate at organizations that provide hunger relief across America. In 2016, Ambit Energy celebrated its 10th anniversary. We also celebrated another significant milestone, our first full year of Ambit Cares, the company-wide effort to change the lives of those in need by fighting hunger in America. In 2016, our consultants, our employees, and our customers all came together to contribute in countless ways to make a difference in their communities. Here are some of our achievements. Our quarterly volunteer weeks sent consultants and employees out to work at food banks, shelters, food pantries, and other facilities from coast to coast. Ambit Cares volunteers joined together to donate, sort, pack, and distribute food to those who need it. At Ambition, we held our first ever Strikeout Hunger event, a bowling tournament that raised money to fight hunger thanks to attendees and our generous consultant sponsors. We also honored our first Ambit Cares Achievement Award winners for their tireless efforts. As the holidays approached, we sponsored Giving Tuesday matching events aimed at consultants, employees, and customers, matching their donations dollar for dollar, effectively doubling every contribution. The bottom line? We volunteered more than 3,200 hours, raised more than $64,000 in donations, and collected and aided in the distribution of more than 218,000 pounds of food. But the fight isn't over. 1 in 7 Americans still goes hungry. But just as Ambit grew bigger and stronger over its first 10 years, we know Ambit Cares will too. Our first full year with Ambit Cares in 2016 was amazing, and we know that with your help, 2017 will be even better.
Since their first conversation in 2006, Ambit Energy co-founders Jerry Thompson Jr. and Chris Chambliss knew there was a tremendous opportunity with energy deregulation. Now, all they needed to do was build a company.
What is deregulation? Back when our country was building cities, launching utilities, and breaking ground on new power plants, your household energy service was provided, managed, and billed by the same electric company. And for a while, this made sense. But as time passed, prices began to rise. And since there was no competition to keep these rising rates in check, customers were left with almost no options. Frustrations grew and customers got crabby. Then, thankfully, national legislation was passed, granting each state the power to break free from the outdated single-source system, allowing residents the freedom to choose their energy providers, and low rates made possible by deregulation. Ambit Energy is proud to be a part of this exciting shift. As the number of markets continues to grow, Ambit Energy looks forward to growing right along with them.
To really understand the Ambit opportunity, you have to understand energy deregulation. Monopolies have broken up before. Everyone agrees competition is a good thing, but energy deregulation is different. It began in the 1990s and is spreading slowly state by state, so the opportunity continues to grow. Even though Ambit Energy has over 1 million customers, we're still in fewer than half the deregulated states, with market shares of no more than 3 to 5%. So here's the opportunity for you. Everybody uses energy every day, and everybody pays for energy, month after month. When you switch to Ambit Energy, you're billed the same way and your energy comes from the same place. Nothing changes, except the price you pay. But saving is only part of the story. Ambit is really about value. We have a rewards program that rewards new customers just for signing up, then lets them earn points towards more rewards with every bill paid. Ambit even has a program that lets people earn free energy. If you refer 15 or more new Ambit customers, you get a free energy credit equal to their average energy cost. And that's on every bill, as long as you maintain at least 15 customers. No one else has a program like this. No one else offers customer service like Ambit either. We have a world-class facility near Dallas, Texas, staffed with an ever-growing, well-trained group of dedicated customer service professionals.
This is only the beginning. Have a look. There is only one product that people use every second of every minute of every hour of every day. That product is natural gas and electricity. Energy.
Families across our area could save hundreds, even thousands of dollars if they would only switch to an energy provider that charges less.
We all want to be smarter about using energy. After all, that can save you money. Lots and lots of money. And the experts at Ambit are here to help. Our improved My Ambit account turns your smart meter into a genius meter. How, you ask? Well, how it works isn't as important as how to use it. Simply log into your My Ambit account and navigate to your usage center. My Ambit account lets you review your energy use by the year, by the month, by the week, by the day, even by 15-minute increments. So you can see exactly when your energy use is peaking, and you can use that information to make changes, like cutting back on electricity, improving insulation, and taking other steps to be more energy efficient. Yes, with all that information available from My Ambit account, you'll soon be an energy genius too.
This is an electric bill from Ambit Energy. You get one and pay it every month, hopefully. But do you really know what it says? We thought this short video would help. Most people go straight to this part, the remittance slip, to see what they owe and when it's due. But don't miss this customer information section. It has phone numbers for emergencies and outages. If Ambit has account messages for you, you'll find those here too. Are you saving up Ambit rewards points? Look here for all your account details, including how close you are to that next travel reward. The energy usage history lets you track your electricity usage over the last 12 months, including the average price you paid per kilowatt hour. Over here, in the Service Location Details section, you'll find your ESI ID number, Electric Service Identifier. At least that's what it's called in Texas. You'll also see your billing cycle and meter read dates. Under Service Charges, you'll see how things are broken out between Ambit and your TDU, or Transmission and Distribution Utility, so you can easily see what's what. Oh, there's one more thing. If you like the great value and service you get from Ambit, just tell your friends and family. When 15 or more sign up, you get free energy. And that will show up right about here. We hope this helps you understand your Ambit energy bill.
What do you pay to keep the lights on? $200-300 a month? That adds up to thousands a year. How'd you like it free? Switch to Ambit Energy and refer 15 friends. Just tell your mom, the folks at the coffee shop, the gang at work, a few friends from church, or even your next door neighbor. Before long, you'll hit the magic number 15. And at Ambit, 15 equals free. Sign up and start earning free energy today.
And we're a little different from other energy providers. How are we different? How about free energy? That's right, zip, zilch, nada, free. Easy too. Just share Ambit with 15 or more friends and you can get a free energy credit on your bill every month. Is that different enough for you? Ambit Energy. Travel rewards, great service, free energy.
When we opened our offices in downtown Dallas, we took down all the walls. We wanted the open space and we wanted an open culture. The executives all sit right next to each other, so there's lots of open communications. At the same time, we put in some very inexpensive $19 folding tables. They're not very attractive, but we decided not to invest in fancy offices and elegant furniture. We wanted to focus all our resources into systems and people.
Jerry set an early and very ambitious goal for their new company: to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America.
We knew that whenever a consultant approached someone about becoming an Ambit customer or consultant, they would be putting their reputations on the line, and they would be trusting that Ambit would deliver its promise, not just some of the time, but all of the time. And we wanted to be worthy of that trust. We wanted to make them proud.
Both veterans of the 90s telecom boom, Ambit's co-founders have years of high-growth management experience. As Chief Executive Officer, Jerry's background in finance and operations has provided the company with steady leadership. His co-founder and Ambit's Chief Marketing Officer, Chris Chambliss, leads the company's efforts to establish a nationally recognized retail brand in the energy industry, utilizing the power of person-to-person marketing.
You know, people ask us all the time why we chose direct selling as our model for acquiring customers, and the truth is simple. Friends and family members make better customers. You know, traditional advertising, especially in today's hyper-paced internet culture, just doesn't produce loyal customers. And direct selling can do that at a very attractive cost of acquisition. You know, our customers are people we know, love, and trust. They pay their bills on time, they stay loyal to the brand, and they even spread the word to others.
Has the approach worked? Well, in its first 7 years, Ambit has attracted over 1 million satisfied customers, while growing annual revenues from startup to over $1 billion. That kind of growth doesn't go unrecognized. In 2010, Ambit Energy was named the fastest growing privately held company in America by Inc. magazine. Ambit has also earned its place in the direct selling industry, listed by the Direct Selling News Global 100 as one of the largest direct selling companies in the world and the largest direct selling energy provider.
What is the gauge of a successful business? How do you determine the measure of a company? What determines levels of trust, integrity, and respect? Inc. magazine does it by the numbers. The entrepreneur and business executive's periodical of choice, Inc. is the leader in spotting cutting-edge companies changing the business world. They named Ambit Energy America's fastest-growing private company in 2010. The nationally renowned SMU Cox School of Business named Ambit co-founder Jerry Thompson Jr. as the #1 CEO for 2 consecutive years. This prestigious entrepreneur award is reserved for the best of the best. How do you define a company as one of the leaders in the market? Direct Selling News does it with rankings. The only publication dedicated to the direct selling industry, they serve as the benchmark for network marketing companies worldwide. They placed Ambit in the top 15 4 years running. Numbers tell a story, but the true measure of success is how you treat others. We invest in our employees, repeatedly topping annual listings and making headlines as the workplace where people want to spend their careers. We set the standard for product quality and service. Our reputation precedes us as the company you refer to your friends and family, and the one to always ensure the customer's satisfaction. Respect, integrity. They are the foundation of Ambit Energy. And that's why we've built our business to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America. It's that foundation that makes us Ambit.
I think it surprises people to hear us say that we could have grown faster, but it's true. We purposely controlled Ambit's growth to ensure that we're always building on a solid foundation of systems and people that will enable us to be a great company years into the future and not just a flash in the pan. One of the first decisions Chris and I made in the very beginning was to never sacrifice integrity for growth. As proud as we are of Ambit's success, we want to make certain we continue to do it the right way.
It is this dedication to building a company the right way, along with their past experience with fast-paced, high-growth businesses that continue to fuel Ambit to this day.
You know, a business built with gimmicks, hype, or exaggeration is just not sustainable. It's just a weak foundation that ultimately is going to collapse. I think the only way to build a solid foundation is to work hard, do the right thing, and hold everybody, especially yourself, to a high standard. It's harder, it's slower, but in the long run, I think it's always worth it.
Hi, I'm Jerry Thompson, co-founder and chief executive officer at Ambit Energy. Thanks for joining us today. My family has seen a number of windows of opportunity over the years. I'd like to tell you about one that began over 100 years ago when my grandfather was a small boy growing up in Oak Cliff, a small town across the Trinity River from Dallas, Texas. His next door neighbor ran an ice plant, and every summer he had the opportunity to work there. After graduating from the University of Texas, he returned to Dallas and entered the only business he knew, the ice business. With his past experience and college degree, he soon became president of the company. One day, an ice dock manager named Uncle Johnny Green approached my grandfather and said, "Jody, customers are asking if we'd sell them groceries. We're located in their neighborhoods and have longer hours in the grocery stores. We could keep the perishable items cold in the ice house and put the canned goods, bread, and other items outside on the dock." My grandfather liked the idea. He saw a window of opportunity and gave him money to go buy some groceries. A year later, Uncle Johnny Green came back and said, "Here's your original investment, and here are your profits." They both smiled and decided to put groceries in all of the ice houses. It was the beginning of the convenience store industry and an incredible opportunity for the company known as 7-Eleven. While our family is no longer involved, today there are over 55,000 7-Eleven stores, more than any other retailing concept in the world, more than McDonald's, Starbucks, or Subway's. Worldwide revenues are now approaching $100 billion, and it all started in a small ice house in Oak Cliff, Texas. I grew up working in 7-Eleven stores, and I always knew I wanted to go into business on my own. I just didn't know when the opportunity would arise. My first company was Caprock Communications. I saw a window of opportunity to use new fiber optic technology to dramatically lower the cost of long-distance calls. We built a massive fiber network across the Southwest, and then the internet appeared from nowhere, with an almost insatiable appetite for bandwidth. We were in the right place at the right time. Today, that fiber network still carries a significant percentage of internet and data traffic here in the Southwest. We sold Caprock, and then in the summer of 2005, I submitted an application to become a retail electricity provider in Texas. Deregulation had begun 3 years earlier, and it was another window of opportunity. By the end of the year, we had received all of our green lights and regulatory approvals. And by spring, we were ready to test our first generation back office systems. And everything worked. It was time to start gathering customers. We wanted to acquire customers at a low cost that would pay their bills and stay loyal. And one of our guys suggested using direct sales. He said that if I was interested in that model, I should meet Chris Chambliss.
Hi, I'm Chris Chambliss, co-founder and chief marketing officer at Ambit Energy. Like Jerry, I too have been the beneficiary of incredible timing. In fact, my very first job out of college placed me at the forefront of one of the most exciting transformations in history, the deregulation of the telecommunications industry. In 1994, I took a job as the 52nd employee at a small startup long-distance company in Dallas, Texas, working for two founders who were convinced their company could put AT&T out of business. To say I was skeptical is probably an understatement. But the company had a unique sales approach. They were growing fast, and I saw opportunities for advancement. So I stayed there. And what happened over the next 10 years was an epic American success story of record-breaking revenue and customer growth. In a few short years, that little startup enrolled over 6 million long-distance customers and became the 4th largest long-distance provider in North America, all without spending a single dollar on advertising. And that was our secret. Instead of spending millions of dollars with big media companies on expensive television commercials and outdoor billboards, we shared profits in the form of commissions with a network of independent entrepreneurs who were determined to improve their own financial future and excited to help their friends and family save money. All the technology and content we take for granted today, mobile devices, wireless internet, online music and movies, social media, they all exist as a result of the deregulation of telecommunications. Billions of dollars moved from old monopolies to innovative providers like the one I work for. Consumers saved millions and enjoyed better service, and ordinary people from all over America earned thousands by participating in the process. I understand opportunities and the ones presented by an industry that's deregulating. I knew energy was even bigger than telecom. So when Jerry called me to discuss his idea to sell electricity with a similar model, I got very excited. I knew electricity would be a perfect fit. People use it every day without even thinking about it. It's already part of their monthly budget. So we met on a Friday at Potbelly Sandwich Shop to discuss the opportunity and get to know one another. I liked Jerry immediately. He's a great guy. I gave him a few things to think about over the weekend. And the next day, we were in front of a whiteboard in a conference room we had borrowed from his brother's company, thinking about and outlining what kind of company we wanted to build.
Chris and I wanted to build something we would be proud of. We knew that every time a consultant would approach someone about becoming an Ambit customer consultant, they would be putting their reputation on the line. They would be trusting that Ambit would get it right and would deliver as promised. Not some of the time, but all of the time. And we wanted to be worthy of their trust. We wanted to make them proud of their association with Ambit. So our first decision was to build the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America. That was a big statement for a small startup company with only a couple of customers. But it made every decision we've made since then much easier. We moved into a 100-year-old warehouse space in the west end of downtown Dallas. Everyone sits in the open. We have no offices. We handed out $19 fold-up tables from Walmart to everybody. They're cheap, and they're not really attractive. We were told that people would assume that we had no money and they'd be afraid to join us. We responded that we were going to invest our money in great people and outstanding systems, not in fancy offices or elegant furniture. The smart people would understand that and don't worry about anyone else. 8 years later, our executive team still sits at those $19 tables. Based on our previous experiences in telecom, Chris and I knew that operationally we would be a data processing company. Companies in the telecom boom with solid back office systems and processes thrived and prospered. Those lacking good systems capsized and sank when they were hit by that data tidal wave. We would ultimately succeed or fail depending on the quality of our systems. John Burke, our CIO, searched but couldn't find any off-the-shelf systems that met our standards. So we rolled up our sleeves and decided to build our own. We decided to be unconventional. The pros in the industry snickered. They thought we were crazy. No one builds their own systems. We heard it and ignored it. We didn't want to be like everyone else and have the same results as everyone else. In fact, we didn't even want to think like everyone else. We didn't hire anyone from the electricity industry for over 4 years. Any information we needed, we Googled to find. Startups never have enough capital or time to build perfect systems. We know that what got us to where we are today won't be strong enough to take us where we want to go. So our IT philosophy has been to never let good enough be good enough. And with that attitude, today our patented systems are the operational qualitative difference between us and all of our competitors. But systems can't be built by IT folks in a silo. It's a company-wide effort and process. Everyone has to be engaged from start to finish, and that requires the right type of people and the right type of culture. From the beginning, we wanted a culture that enabled us to attract and retain the very best people. Our well-lit warehouse space was perfect. Out in the open, we were not only more closely connected to the emotions of our business, but the space promoted an agile environment and speed. It's a great culture, but that's only part of the magic. What you stand for matters even more. President Reagan had a small brass plaque on the credenza behind his desk in the Oval Office, and it read, "There's no limit to what a man can do or where he can go if he doesn't mind who gets the credit." He was emphasizing that success is all about teamwork. It's about assembling the right people, guiding them with a vision, and recognizing them. To attract and retain the best people, you must keep your standards high. Our people and systems, along with those high standards, have become the foundation that supports everything we do.
After spending almost a year getting our foundation in place, Jerry and I started Ambit's sales channel the same way we ask a new consultant joining Ambit today to do it. We made a list of 10 people we knew who might want to join us in our efforts to take advantage of the opportunity we saw out there. 6 of them told us no. And of the 4 people who said yes, only 2 really went to work. So what started with 2 people and a pretty humbling dose of rejection has become one of the fastest growing companies in history. Today, Ambit has over 1.2 million customers and over 1.5 billion in annual revenue. We've been named by Inc. magazine as the fastest growing private company in America. We're the only company ever to be ranked 2 years in a row as the fastest growing company in North Texas by the Cruth Institute. We've been listed in the top 100 places to work in Dallas for 5 of the last 6 years. And every year, we are consistently ranked at or near the top in customer satisfaction in every market where we operate by one of the largest independent research firms in the country. In short, it's working. Ambit Energy is doing things that no other company in the energy industry is doing. With the help of an outstanding corporate team and thousands of excited independent entrepreneurs who've joined us to create their own path to financial freedom, the vision Jerry and I had in the beginning is becoming a reality.
Our goals today are the same as they were when Chris and I wrote them on a whiteboard at the very beginning. We strive every day to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America. We want every customer and independent consultant to be proud of their association with Ambit.
We hope you've enjoyed hearing about the Ambit story and that you'll join our growing team of entrepreneurs. Please get back with the person who asked you to watch this video and ask them to answer any questions you may have about our company or our opportunity.
We've never been more excited about the future than we are today. We truly believe the best is yet to come. We look forward to helping you reach your financial goals and dreams, and you have our promise that Ambit will be here to help you every step of the way.
Watching this video, it's because someone asked you if you'd be interested in getting free energy. Now, I know that sounds hard to believe, but I assure you, it's true and legitimate.
You see, there's a truly revolutionary company in the marketplace that did over $400 million in revenues in 2010 and was named Inc. magazine's fastest growing private company in America, with growth in excess of 20,000% their first 3 years in business. They are a formidable, super efficient, debt-free company with a Fortune 500 executive team, a patented billing and customer care platform, and will give you the opportunity to earn free electricity and natural gas. But better yet, as part of its new customer acquisition strategy, they will give you free energy for referring just 15 other customers. They will take the average of those 15 customers you referred's monthly bills and discount it from your monthly bill. So if your bill is $200 per month and their bills average $200 per month, you pay nothing. If your bill is $250 per month and theirs average $200 per month, you only pay $50 a month. In any event, you've got $200 per month or $2,400 a year worth of free energy. It's that simple.
If you're concerned about what this will cost you, no worries. The program is also free to participate in. There is no cost to switch your service. Nothing changes for you, the consumer. The service and maintenance on your power lines or pipes, transformers, meters, etc. continues to be performed by the old incumbent who still owns the lines, the transformers, and infrastructure. They will still read the meters, and by the way, will still continue to get paid for servicing them. There is no change whatsoever for you, except of course the lower price you now pay all the way down to even free. Taking all this into consideration, why wouldn't you do this? No logical reason, right? The only thing you might say is, well, I can't explain it, or I can't sell very well, or I don't have the time, right?
Well, you don't have to. All you have to do is send your friends to see this video, which explains it for you, just like I'm explaining it to you, right? And when they sign up as an Ambit customer, you get credit for them. Once you've got 15 referrals signed up and they start paying their bill, you start getting free energy. It's as simple as that. In the meantime, you'll still receive the benefit of extremely competitive rates.
So let me ask you a question. Is there a better price than free?
You're right, there isn't. So sign up with Ambit as an energy customer and start referring your friends today. And soon you too will start enjoying free energy.
After all, it is the smart choice to make.
You can see why we're all so proud to represent Ambit Energy. And what's really nice, they feel the same way about us.